Today's sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Houston Oilers. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2016. Always a handful to contain, Lamar Jackson. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll give them a fresh set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized. The other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said. Better team at home should steamroll them. And we've seen it go the other way. Sometimes, though, they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Darnell Mooney.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there.
Antonio Gibson.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Out of the gun now on third down. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
First down, 49ers.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Tackle made at the 47.
The numbers for him from a week ago, 18 carries, 88 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
And 5 yards to go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
The Toronto first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Gibson, ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Complete to Darnell Mooney.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Incomplete.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked it down at the 2. And the return will stop it well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Clock keeps moving.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch. He got really nice yardage.
He doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get his running game going.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Third and goal, Jackson. Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Tyus Bowser able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
The score, Oilers.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, it's Gibson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tyus Bowser with a pick. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he'll complete this to Gibson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll get this to Antonio Gibson complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And now out comes Houston. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll rifle this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. And that one results in 35 yards.
17-yard line.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Jackson will throw again. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DK Metcalf. in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Jake Elliott.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we reach halftime. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded in the end zone. And the half will begin with a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A good pickup there, a 22.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh. He's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Jackson going to run. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, if somebody got the casualties at times, we're trying to win a game.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The throw over the middle, taken in. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
2nd and 5.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Houston set to take over. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Now Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
At the 34-yard line.
2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold it in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Taken in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
A short throw caught by Andrews. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is going to have a Niners first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Give them 3 yards there on the first down pickup. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. A good pickup there on first as a screen pass gets him 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
First and 10.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, at this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
10 at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's brought down. That good for 19 and a first down.
That's good.
Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Well, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the
behind the chain, 2nd and 12. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Yeah, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They run once more with Taylor. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a